Hey guys, I have a really cool one for you today. As you see, I have a wall here and a couple of rails, and if I were to go ahead and flick this lever, then an opening would open up just like that, and I could just sail on through. Now, this is a semi-flush rail door, and it's only semi-flush because of that piston right there. Now, it shouldn't make too much of a difference from a full flush one because your rails will be here anyways, and it will hide the piston. So I can't really think of a good reason to have a full flush one, but I'm sure there must be some. Anyways, I got inspired to do this by my good friend Pops, who made his version 3 or 4 months ago, sometime during the summer. Now, his is a little bit bigger, but it doesn't have this piece of dust showing. I'm going to link his video in the description because he's an awesome guy who deserves a lot more subs than he currently has. Now, I accidentally broke a couple things, so I'm going to fix them and be right back with the tutorial. Okay guys, I fixed it. Now I want you to know something pretty cool about this design. If you look at the first rail, it's a normal rail. Now if I were to flip this off and flick it back on again, you'll see that it swapped positions with the second rail, and I found that kind of cool and pretty funny, but you guys probably don't care about that, and I'm gonna just hurry up and do the tutorial before you all unsubscribe from me. Now have a jeb door sort of thing there with a rail, and then have a normal piston there with a sticky piston next to it, and have rails on that as well. Have build up 3, and then have a jeb door sort of thing there, and then come down and have just a regular 1 sticky piston, just like that, nothing too fancy. Over here you're going to need a torch, and then a repeater on 4 going into a block, and then that goes into a dust just like that, and then have a there's your input block, so have a lever there. And then here you're going to need a sticky piston with a redstone block on that, and then that'll go into a dropper and a hopper and a comparator. So as you might have guessed from me just mumbling right there, it'll go into a hopper dropper monostable, and one of my favorite things in the game. So there we go, and that gets the output through that comparator. And then have a piece of redstone there, and I'm going to need a half slab for this next part. Have a repeater there with a half slab on top of that, and then have a sticky piston there with a redstone block there. And then you're going to need a repeater on 2 with a piece of dust there, and then a repeater there on 3 going into a torch, going into a dust, going into that block which buds that piston. Over here you're going to need a sticky piston with a redstone block on that as well, and then a repeater there with the dust there going into a sticky piston, not a sticky piston, a regular piston there, and then a sticky piston on this side. There we go. My mind's racing too fast right now. Over here you're going to need a torch, and then another half slab just like that. And then finally, to finish everything, have 1 powered rail right on top of here to update that dropper, which makes it a dual edge detector, which is kind of cool actually. Now I believe everything is all done, so I'm going to teach you guys how it works now. What first activates is this dual edge detector, and that'll push this piston, which will update this piston next to it because it's being budded by this dust. And that'll push this sticky piston out to that where I'm looking at right now. Now note that this piston is activating at the same time to right there, and then because of this repeater still being on for that 1 split second, it'll send a 1 tick pulse which will push that to there, right there, and after all that has happened, because this guy can't move yet because of all the piston movements and arms blocking its way, 1 tick later it'll be like, hey, I can push, and well, it does, so it spits that out right there at the end of it, and that's what causes the cool rail swapping that you guys don't care about. Now after all that happened, then this will turn off, that torch will turn on, and then that'll update this piston which has been being powered by that for like the entire time, and then that'll tell this guy, hey, you can be powered too because this dust is powering that block which powers that guy, so that just pushes that rail back. And then what the coolest part about this creation is that when I turn that on, this redstone block will be pushed to power that, and then when I turn it off, this dust will turn off briefly, and then it'll retract that. But you're wondering, hey Zombachu, why isn't it extending again? Well, that's because this redstone block was powering this piston over here, and then it updated, and then it pushed, and then now this guy is being butted. So when I turn that off, it'll be like, hey, I can push. So it does push, and it's just really a bud war between that guy, and I found it pretty cool actually. So if you look there, without anything, then it pushes to the left, and then if I were to do that now, it pushed to the right. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and this took me way longer to record than it should have. It took me like 4 hours. But before I forget, I would like to congratulate the winner of the competition, and the competition for this door, and that is Mechatronics, and the link to his channel will be in the description below, and check him out because he posted a really simple fix to make this fully in sync. So like I said earlier, that's it for this video, and until next time, goodbye.